on there all day. His girl's over watching TV, chilling with his girl. He goes outside, because how else would he, unless he uses Tinder. And yeah, now his girl's over. He's still studying. What do you mean? How life will be if you don't lock in? He's locking in. He's got his girl with him too. And I think he gets a little older in the next frame and his girl's still there. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the show. It's the Get Up Show. As you all know, I'm your host with the most, sendesdhaiti. Today we're gonna get into some great topics for you all. It's the Improve Your Life segment. And today we've got a very special topic for you all. But first,
I'm gonna give you one more time. And you're through.
I'm gonna need you to like the video. I'm gonna need you to like, subscribe, and of course click that bell notification to be alerted the next time we go live and the next time we release another video. And before we get into this, let's introduce ourselves.
You're watching the Get Up Show.
Damn, actually? Oh, shit.
So this first one was a clear case of do stupid things, win stupid prizes. So I chose to add this one on here. I chose to add this one on here as a reminder that actions have consequences. And as you can see here, this kid found one of them.
Leave the camera down. Damn, actually? Oh, shit.
And he called him a bitch at the end of it. I think I saw in the comments for this, you could find this on Instagram. The exact name, let me see. I'm gonna try to start shouting these channels out. So Karma Pays Back. The Karma Pays Back channel on Instagram. So you can find them there. And I chose to add that because, win stupid prizes from doing stupid actions. Let's continue.
Leave the camera down.
So, as you could see in this one, this employee was later arrested after the footage shows of him spitting on this pizza. I think from the original post I saw of this, it was a Domino's or something like that, or it might have been a Pizza Hut. By the size of the pizzas, the shape of the pizzas. So it looks like he was arrested. That comes to show, do stupid actions, win stupid prizes.
At 57 years old, Jerome still lives with his...
And I chose to add this one next because it doesn't look like this guy even has a job. But let's continue.
parents. Indeed, this 57-year-old man has chosen to stay with his parents until the end of his life. His days are simple. As soon as he wakes up, he goes straight to play on the PlayStation, and his parents are fed up with him doing nothing with his life. His father lectures him, but Jerome doesn't care. He wants to stay glued to Call of Duty between each meal. The only reason he steps away from the PlayStation and TV is to eat. So, as soon as the meal is ready, he gets up directly, jumps to the table, and serves himself.
And keep in mind that this might be a skit itself. Like, we don't even know what's really going on behind the narration here, but let's use it as a let's just put it in scope and imagine what would happen if this man, 52 years old, I think they said, was still living with his parents, right? And I'm sure people do that. In a lot of cultures, people do that. Actually, in in a lot of Indian cultures, they do that. Actually, not just Indian cultures, Haitian cultures. You have a lot of Caribbean cultures. I'm sure they have that maybe in African cultures. But it's not really a norm here, because here is very, by here I mean in America, U.S., it's very single related. Like, you gotta feel like you gotta do it your own, do it on your own. Like, you feel like you gotta hustle, this grind culture, and you just feel like you have to succeed. So everyone's on the grind. But with that, I guess it would turn us away from that family oriented, community oriented cooperation. But let's continue.
First. His father says he has no morals and no education and that he has wasted his life. But Jerome doesn't care. He makes sure to finish his meal.
This is just the other side of that. He's living with his parents. So we don't know if he has any investments saved. So he might be contributing bills. We don't know. But he's living with his parents. So at that age, me personally, I'd much rather have my own place. I mean, even now, like, I'm 26, so I guess that's young. So me, I want my own place. So I'm working to actually get one. But this guy, he's playing games all day. I'd be mad too. Like, when, me as a parent, like, when the hell are you gonna get up out my damn house? I bet they thought, we made you, we expected you to leave. This guy thought, where am I going? This is the perfect place. Shit, he gets 3 square meals a day, hot cot. He got video games. He got the room he was born in. And then, and what else? Shit. The only thing he's missing is all the pussy he could need, Let's continue.
As quickly possible, throws tantrums about the dish served, and then goes straight back to playing on the PlayStation until the end of the afternoon. When his father makes too many remarks, he gets angry and goes to his room. He even showed us his room and decided to keep a bed full of stuffed animals, the same bed he had throughout his childhood. He even has a secret room in his bedroom where he can play military games with his friends. Indeed, Jerome has imaginary friends. He plays with them for the rest of the day when he's not on his PlayStation.
So let's look at this frame for a second. As you can see, he was in the same room, his life passing him by. He's got a girlfriend here. But look at this next frame. Oh, okay. His girl's still there. So it looks like he at least goes outside to at least be able to find a girlfriend. But it looks like I don't know what he's doing. He's studying. Is he studying on this computer in this room? He's living his life, honestly. I think I was just judging. I was projecting. Sorry, guys. But if you don't lock in, apparently you're going to be in the same room for the rest of your life. And it looks like this guy, he at least has the gusto to learn the guitar, learn different skills, even though he's in the same room. This looks kind of like me. I'm not gonna lie. So he sleeps on his couch. His couch is his bed. I mean, it's pretty similar. He's got a guitar. I've got a bass. He's got a computer. I've got a couple. It looks like a small TV in the background, or is that a window? Oh yeah, that's a TV, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it is. I think it's a TV. So yeah, it's pretty similar. And only thing is, he's got the lights up here, the disco. I don't have a disco. And it looks like it's his own apartment. He's got a bookshelf too. I've got a bookshelf. It's not inside my room though. And yeah, it looks like it's his own apartment. So it looks like he's doing well so far. He's studying for something. He looks like he's on the computer here. Oh, he's raging. He's raging, brother. But it looks like he's cleaned his room a little bit. He's cleaned his room. See, he was studying here. I think that's when he was younger, right? See, partying. They were partying. Dude, they're chilling, man. Watching TV, watching probably YouTube on there. Boom. Knocked out. He was probably exhausted. Look at his desk on there all day. His girl's over watching TV, chilling with his girl. He goes outside, because how else would he, unless he uses Tinder. And yeah, now his girl's over. He's still studying. What do you mean? How life will be if you don't lock in. He's locking in. He's got his girl with him too. And I think he gets a little older in the next frame and his girl's still there. So, moral of the story is, if you don't lock in, unless you want this life, right? This life where you stay in one room for the rest of your life. I guess if you don't lock in, you'll stay in one room for the rest of your life. I guess that's the moral of this topic. But let's go on to the next video.
I know y'all say some people should be grateful, right? But just look at this meat, man. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Those are canteen bags, man. We got store ate them all. Hand the bags out that little flat right there. And of course, man, keep these earplugs. Be too much noise going on in here, man. If you don't got a pair of these, you're gonna suffer. But yeah, man, I'm gonna check this out one more time. You better enjoy your freedom, man. Before you wind up eating some stuff like this, unknown meat. Peace and love, man. I'm gone.
So I chose to add that one because if you don't lock in, and unfortunately, like so I chose to add that one because if you don't lock in, unfortunately, like one of the first few videos, you could end up in that situation where you no longer have your freedom. As you can see, the environment he's in right now, as a result of the actions he did before, brought him to eating some kind of mystery meat. He has to wear earplugs at night to, I guess, avoid the screaming of the other inmates, who still aren't set in their ways of, still aren't set in their reality that they are where they are. And I guess he's set, you know, he's understood, he's ready to transition, and he's ready to live a better life. And this is the Improve Your Life segment. And unlike and like the first few videos that I showed you with the gentleman who was arrested, the guy who was arrested for spitting on the pizza, those actions can lead to these consequences. Let's continue. So I think this is the downtown of Los Angeles. It may not be downtown, but it for sure is Los Angeles from the post. The homeless epidemic in Los Angeles is insane. I actually went there a couple of years ago. It was on a 1-week vacation. That was when I was doing handyman services. And at that time, I was, making some good money, around $300 a day, US dollars. And life was good. I was making enough money to take my first vacation. And I was actually thinking of moving to LA at the time. So when I did that, I visited Los Angeles, the city of angels. And I stayed there for a week. I went there in a hostel. I stayed at a hostel. Being that it's my first time, traveling by myself, traveling in general, actually. I decided to go cheap. Because obviously this is my first time out, so I didn't want to go big balling too much. So I decided to go cheap, and I stayed at a hostel for about, I think, $50 for the week, I think. So I stayed at the hostel, and there was surprisingly a lot of homeless people in Los Angeles. Like, I explored the city for that week, and being that I didn't have a car, I was able to see a more personal look at the Los Angeles areas. I took bike rides, e-bike rides, and I crossed the city from downtown all the way from downtown. It looked almost like Manhattan, all the way through one of this park. I don't know which park it was. Add down in the comment section below which park it was in Los Angeles that you think it was. The one with the statue up in front where people do meth up on the front lawn. Well, people were doing some meth on the front lawn, and I rode by that one, and that was pretty close to the hostel, so you could imagine the environment I was in. And I remember I visited some of the neighborhoods that's on the opposite side of the downtown area, and it was much like this, but slightly worse. There were actually tents, like actual neighborhood tents. There were neighborhoods of tents in this location. It might be worse now with the flood of immigrants, but there were tents, a lot of tents. That's what I remember. It was very diverse. I also visited Hollywood Boulevard. Of course, I rode all the way over there. And, I had to see the strip. And it was all right. I guess I didn't see it at night because I didn't have a car. But surprisingly, when I took my second trip to Dallas, I think it was a few weeks to a couple of months later, I noticed there were some homeless there too. That time I decided to go cheap as well, and I decided to go with a car this time instead of strictly a place to live. And then I decided to Airbnb where I was. So I decided to drive around Texas because it's so big. So I drove from Texas, Houston, Austin, and then back to Dallas because that's where I had to take my flight. Mind you, the last day I was there, that Friday or that Thursday, I lost communication. And sorry, this is just a tangent. I lost communication with my phone. Like, I lost my SIM card. Well, I didn't lose anything. I switched carriers, so I didn't have a SIM card for that carrier. So I ended up being stranded basically with no phone. 180 miles from Dallas. So I had to do everything by Wi-Fi. I made it though. I made it back. Your boy's not stranded out there homeless. Anyway, let's continue. Oh yeah, I just remembered. Sorry. So this is the result of all those past actions and causes and results adding up into one. Where you end up basically. And don't forget divorce. That's a big one. That's one I've heard for apparently one I've heard from people on the street is marriage, and of course income, finances, and drugs. But yeah, let's continue. And some people surprisingly don't want to work. I noticed that too. Some people actually don't want to work. But yeah, in Los Angeles, I think there is a big drug problem. No, there might just be a really big drug problem. It's saddening. But again, this is the Improve Your Life segment. This is just a reminder. And last but not least, we've got Ice Spice. And I decided to add her post here because number one, she's gorgeous. Number two, I saw that people were worried, quote unquote, worried about her after she lost weight. But it's actually funny because people were actually criticizing her before she lost the weight, that she was gaining weight, right? People were criticizing her. And right after, you know, she actually not right after as if like she was waiting or something, but she actually she looks good. You know, she's lost some weight and she looks really good. And that goes to show, I wanted to make this the topic because that just goes to show that if you improve your life, you don't give a damn about the haters, the naysayers, the doubters. If you don't give them as much power, or at least her losing weight, I guess it did affect her, I guess. You know, bring bullying back, I guess. Bring bullying back, apparently. Because she looks great now. But, again, you already know. You already know what I mean. The naysayers, the haters, don't give them that much power over your life. However, criticism, it might mean something. People were saying, you know, obviously she has deals. I'm pretty sure she has deals with certain drinking brands. I'm not sure if she does, but being that she's a star, her music is in the club. I'm not sure if she's in the club very much. I'm not sure if she drinks. That's what I was saying, but I'm not sure if she drinks. I'd noticed she had gotten pudgier, I would say. Like you notice when your face gets swelled up a little bit after drinking or eating a little too much but not exercising. Yeah, that's how she looked. You know, she still looked good. It's just now she looks better. And that's the point. Like, she found her best self. You know? She looks great. But that's gonna be the video for today, folks. I hope you all like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm gonna give you one more time.
I'm gonna give you one more time to like the video and hit the bell notification as the icon says. And this has been the Get Up Show. I'm your host, I'm your host, and we're out of here.